Alright, so you're ready to start throwing bowls. Bowls are a little different than cups. We're going to pull wider, and our goal is going to be to keep the bottom round. I'm going to center my clay the same way. Remember, keeping my arms supported, cleaning up that extra, because this is what throws it off as you try to center. Coming up and down. I can tell by how it feels and how it looks if it's centered or not. Before I open, I'm going to clean up my wheel head. Alright, I'm going to start with that same little divot, except when I do the cup, I'm not opening, I usually have a narrow bottom, but for a bowl, I'm going to come out nice and wide. Now, there's more than one way to make a bowl. I'm going to show you one way today, and we'll move on from here. So I'm going to start out, again, my arms are supported, I'm going straight down with my thumbs, leaving about 1/4 of an inch down at the bottom. Now I'm going to slow down just a tad, and I'm supporting one side, and I've got 2 fingers on the inside, and I'm pulling towards me to open it up. Now, for a bowl, again, we want to come wide versus when we do a cylinder, we want to come tall. So, now that I have a wider surface area along the bottom here, compressing that bottom is even more important. So I'll take my sponge, and I'll come back and forth. Or again, you can use your finger. Or if you're impatient like me, you can use a rib. This is my favorite rib for compressing the bottom because it's small and it's nice and flat. When you use a rib to do this, you want to make sure the rib is clean and wet when you put it into the center. I got a little piece of clay in there. Let me get that. Now, again, I want to make sure this curve right here is nice and round, but we'll worry about that a little bit more later. I'm going to start now by getting some height on this bowl. So I slowed down just a little. So just like I did with my cylinder, I'm starting on the inside, except I'm trying to keep this curved here instead of straight. So I'm coming in a little gentler there, coming up from the outside, pinching and slowly moving my hands toward the top. When I get to the top, I slowly come off and then compress my rim. Now I've got a good amount of clay here at the bottom, so I'm going to pull this up again. Squeezing gently and pulling up towards the top. Now, when you're throwing a bowl, if you want it really wide, you want to leave a little bit of extra clay along the bottom here, just because that will support your wall. Before I push this out, I'm just going to compress one more time. But now I'm going to use one of my favorite tools, this rounded rib, and I'm going to use this to push out the sides of my bowl. Now I want to make sure the side of my bowl is nice and wet so that my hand doesn't stick. My tool is clean, and I dip that in the water, and then I'm just going to press gently on the inside of my bowl. And now it's got a nice curve. So the other thing that this is good for is if you want to get a nice curve there, you can come on the inside like that. And then I'll just continue across the bottom to compress. Now you can leave your rim nice and straight, nice and sturdy. You can curve it out, maybe have it wider for a piece of bread. It's up to you. Think about, are you going to eat ice cream out of your bowl? Is it going to be a soup bowl, cereal bowl, salad bowl?